Why would every demon in hell rise up and dare to attack the Mother of God while she was still living here on earth? What could have launched a series of fierce battles that culminated in a second war in heaven? Well, keep watching, and you and I will look into the past through the writings of a mysterious and holy author to find the answers to these questions. Howdy, and welcome to America Needs Fatima. My name is Adrian Fonseca, and before we get going, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and you click the notification bell so that way you never miss out on another story of Mary. Our story today comes to us from the writings of Venerable Maria de Agreda, who was a visionary and is an incorruptible, meaning her body hasn't deteriorated since the time that she died almost 400 years ago. The footage you are seeing on your screen is of Maria de Agreda's body, which has remained completely untouched and miraculously preserved since the time of her death. Something tells me that we can take the words of the venerable author very seriously. When we left off with part 1 of the story, God had given Our Lady permission to destroy the pagan temples of Diana, where false virgins consecrated themselves to the false goddess Diana and the father of lies. She commanded the legions of demons in the temple to go to hell, where they will be unable to leave until God permitted them. And what happened next was incredible. You see, Our Lady ordered one of her holy angels to destroy the temple of Diana, leaving no stone unturned, and when this was done, only 9 of the false virgins survived, who were later converted. The rest were obstinate, buried in the ruins, and their souls descended into hell. Later, the temple of Diana was rebuilt because idolatry was deep-seated in the hearts of the Ephesians. It took many apostles and many years to root out this spirit of idolatry. But the temple was only rebuilt after Our Lady left Ephesus for Jerusalem, and it was not as grand as the one Our Lady destroyed. Had Our Lady not intervened by destroying that abominable temple, God would have destroyed the entire city of Ephesus. Eventually, Ephesus and the whole Roman Empire were converted to the Catholic faith. But to return to our story, after destroying the temple, Our Lady multiplied her prayers, and the angels appeared to her saying God wanted to bring her to heaven, where she saw God himself. The Father told her that he heard the cries of her inflamed heart, or we might say now her immaculate heart, and that he wished to renew his power in Our Lady, that she may defend his honor, triumph over his enemies, and their ancient pride bind and crush their necks. With supreme humility, Our Lady replied, "Let God's will be done." Then the Lord appointed her as conqueror of all his enemies to triumph over them. She was adorned with a light that the demons couldn't penetrate, and she reflected the power of God. This part reminded me a lot of the Fatima apparitions when Our Lady radiated light and the glory of God. You see, Our Lady pierced the hearts and minds of the Fatima children with holy truth, and their lives were changed because of it. Truth is a powerful thing, especially in the internet age, when misinformation is everywhere. And the devil can whisper lies into our hearts directly through our very phones that are in our pockets. This is why I personally make sure to step away from the internet every once in a while and read about the Catholic faith from a page rather than a screen. One of the best ways to stay informed and inspired while taking your brief sabbatical from the internet is by reading Crusade magazine. Crusade magazine is amazing, really. It's like a paper version of this very YouTube channel. It's designed to be there when you need to step away from the internet for a minute. Of course, I'm really glad that you're here today, but what about whenever you want to read cutting-edge Catholic news, be inspired by beautiful images of the saints, and to fortify yourselves spiritually with beautiful meditations, all without suffering the various distractions that we find online. Crusade magazine is a full-color, fully Catholic magazine that features cutting-edge news articles, stories, and meditations from the saints, beautiful images of Catholic heroes, and much, much more. It's designed to be there for you when you put your phone down, but you still want to be inspired by all the wisdom and beauty the Catholic faith has to offer. When you sign up to become a member of our Child of Mary program, you will receive a full subscription to Crusade magazine as one of your 3 gifts when you join. We want everyone to be able to join us as a Child of Mary, so you can donate as much or as little as you're able when you sign up, and you will still receive all 3 of your spiritual gifts. Okay, back to our story. While still in heaven, the Holy Trinity gave Our Lady the gift to impede, restrain, and counteract at her will the most secret schemes of all the demons. That is what she's still doing for you and me today. When she returned to her house at Ephesus, Our Lady put her powers to work almost immediately, because while she was praying, she saw a vision of Lucifer in the form of a 7-headed dragon with other demons rising out of the earth. Simply put, they want to destroy Our Lady spiritually in the form of temptation and revenge for destroying their temple. As they approached Our Lady, they mockingly transformed themselves into angels of light and praised her to tempt her with the sin of pride. But as they attacked, Our Lady combated the entire host of hell with one weapon, a humility so profound that hell could not bear to be in her presence. The eternal loser and the devil fled with dreadful howls to hell. So as you might know, America Needs Fatima works to make and promote public reparation for offenses against God. But before us, there was Our Lady protesting demons. We can't just go around smashing idols today, but we can publicly, peacefully, and legally protest attacks on human life, purity, and demonic blasphemies against Our Lady. In a special way, we should use the Holy Rosary, which invokes the power of Our Lady, to put demons to flight, and the first 5 Saturday devotions as Our Lady of Fatima requested. This was only the beginning of a series of immense spiritual battles waged by Our Lady during her earthly life against the entire host of hell, which would result in a second war in heaven involving the holy angels. But how could there be a second war in heaven? We'll come back to that another time. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me, and may God bless you and Mary Immaculate keep you under her mantle. God love you. Thanks for watching. To save souls, there needs to be more Fatima-focused content on YouTube. If you agree and you want to help me make more videos, please join our special Child of Mary group. As a Child of Mary, you'll get a beautiful Fatima pin, plus inspiring reports on America Needs Fatima work to save souls. Click the link in the description below to learn more and become a Child of Mary. God love you.